Hello, we're back. Hi. If you didn't see my first Facebook Live today, welcome and hello, good afternoon. It's me, Fiona Clayton, and I'm here and we're going to be previewing some very special dies that I've got coming up as a pick of the week this week on Create and Craft. So I have also got, she says right now, I have got my iPad with me. So hi from Aberdeen. So hi Leslie, hi Vivian, Marcia. I'm going to be checking these comments all the way through. But what we're going to be looking at for this hour is we are going to be looking at these fabulous new large number dies and templates. And boy, are these whoppers. So I'm just going to pop my camera over there. Now what we're going to try not to do this time round is we're going to try not to destroy the whole place. If you were watching my Facebook Live earlier today, you would have seen that I was absolutely skilled at throwing everything all around the room. So we're going to try not to do that, but what I am going to do is to start by showing you these fabulous numbers and dies. Now on Monday there is a collection where you're going to get all 10 of these. You can see them there, all 10. But let me show you. You get all of the numbers from 0 through to 9, including a 6 as well. But if I show you through these, so this is a 0, you get this big die. Let me stick my hand in there so you can get an idea of size. That is a huge die. These are, in fact, right, if you're American, this one is a 3.4 by 4 inches, or if you're in the UK and you do centimetres, that's 10.1 centimetres by 8.6. So these are going to work through your junior, they're going to work through your big Gemini, all of them. So you get a large number die that you can see just here. Let me just ping that off. There we go. So there's your die. And you'll also see in the packet that you have a really robust template. Now your template, I will explain how all of these work together during the live because we're going to be doing some demonstrations, but your template is there to create your mats and layers. Now, when we have a look at the packaging, and I am going to do this, when you open up the packaging, can you see on the inside there, you get not only the instructions on how to make a single number card, but also how to do your mats and layers, and how to do a multiple number card. So we're going to be doing all of that during this live, so you get a really good idea of how they work. So don't throw your packaging away, or at least don't throw all of your packaging away. Sometimes it's nice to keep the packaging anyway. So you're getting your 0, your 1, and I'm pretty sure that you'll see those, but you'll see they're all nice big dies. You've got your 2, 3, 4, etc., all the way up to number 9. You do get a separate 6 and 9 in this, so that's handy to know. You've also got, there you are, 8 and 9, so 10 dies in total, which will enable you to make whatever numbers you make. Whatever you want. If you want 119, you can do it. If you want 2020 for the new year, maybe you're going to have New Year's parties, you can do it. Any age at all, any anniversary, anything that you would have used numbers for, we've got the solution in terms of making cards. But look at some of the things that you can be doing with these. So very simply, you've got the number tag, so you can see you can use the outer template to make your perfect tag, your perfect mat and layer. You've got your die cut beautifully there and the perfect mat using that template. So you might want to use it simply as a shaped tag, or what about using it to make a shaped number card? And these are the instructions which you'll find on your packaging. But look, even when you use that matting and layering template just with your die cut number, how stunning do these look? I just think this is such a clever concept. Now that may be a lovely card for a first birthday, but look at this. When you open it up, 100. Wouldn't that be great? Maybe that is somebody's age, maybe you're going something, maybe it's the number of somebody's brand new home. So maybe they live at number 100 and you want to do, but again, look, 90 years old. Some of these numbers, you may well get cards. Now look at this, I love this one. So here, this has been really clever because what you've got is The die itself has been used to create the aperture. The mats and layers have been used to create this perfect frame, and then you've got the most fabulous little shaker card, which I think any 4-year-old would absolutely love. Now, this is a clever idea as well, and one of the cards that we're making, in fact the first card I'm going to be making, is showing you how you can do this. So you actually use the numbers to join the front of your card sides together. Isn't that a nice idea? Again, just totally different from some of the ones you'll get in the shops. We've got shaker cards where you've just got the numbers on them. You've got beautiful ones. Now look at this with a fold out card. Really lovely. You've also got numbers where you've just done that shaping on the front of the cards. The reason I love these black and white cards is when things look this stunning in black and white, you can only begin to imagine what they're going to look like when you start getting the decoration on them. So you can see, I think we'll have a look at some more of those in a minute, but shall we have a look at some pretty ones? Because the pretty ones also help bring these to life. So let me, now, unlike before, I'm going to very carefully move this now so that I don't get it all over the floor. This is famous last words as the whole lot go flying. So I'm going to pop this oh so carefully somewhere. There we go. I'm going to pop that down there. And we'll have a look at some of these beautiful, beautiful samples that I've got here. So let me grab a whole handful so that we can have a look. Now take a look at these beauties. Isn't that stunning? Look how well it's going to work with all of your beautiful papers. Maybe you're going to have a go at making some beautiful peonies like we did in the last hour, or using just flowers that you've got in your own stash. They make a real impact. Again, wow. Wouldn't this be great if this was, say, a card that everybody's going to sign in the office, or maybe the whole family, and you're going to make it a keepsake card. Maybe it's a 40th anniversary. Wouldn't that be a fantastic card to send? Now, I love these. Now, what I'm going to do, oh, look at me. Look at me being so brave and taking something that I've put on the display. I just wanted to show you these two together. So here is a lovely card that Ariel's done. Looks really beautiful. You've got the happy birthday, and you can see all the maps and layers are done there. However, take a look at this card. That is exactly the same colourway, and in fact here what Ariel has done is she's actually cut these out. So although you might not be able to see it, this is just actually ever decreasing, and then she's popped the one in it. So the waist she's used to make this fantastic card. Look at the dimension that she's got on there. They look stunning. And what 8-year-old princess is not going to adore that? That is gorgeous, isn't it? But then, so there's the 8 with the 8 behind it with the aperture cut out. Or maybe you're going to do that. This one looks great as well. But I particularly like this. I think this just looks so funky and modern with that 3 just coming off the edge of the page there. That looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Just with some mirror card. And actually the die has been used just to create the aperture. Again, wow. That is gorgeous. And this one is using Centura Pearl, but you can see how those mats and layers just work absolutely beautifully. I mean, obviously, if you've got big birthdays, like 21 or 18 or, 25, whichever one is the big one that you're celebrating, these are perfect for doing that kind of thing. But look at this. I love this. What if it's your 73rd birthday? I mean, I would be amazed if you could find a 73rd birthday card in the shops. But does that not look absolutely stunning? I love the shape, the design of these, the font of these numbers. I think they just work so, so well. Right, I think we should get on with the demonstration. So let me just pop these. This is me being careful. Just in case you're wondering, and I'm just going to pop these. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to show you this. I think this is a genius idea. Thinking about New Year's Eve parties. for this coming year. So this one is 2019, but imagine being able to do this 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. These dies will last you for every single party you've got coming up now and in the future. I just think they are such a clever idea. Right, so we are going to get started straight away. Right, let me just pop that to one side too. Okay, so this time I'm going to do an 18 birthday. So I'm going to need my 8, and I am going to need my number 1. Here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is just, so the idea, how I've decided to do the demonstration, so you know, we're going to start with how you would simply use the dies on their own. Then I'm going to move on and we're going to have a look and see how you would use them with the template to make a shaped card. And the third demonstration, if we get to it, I'm going to make a quick shaker card and show you how we do that. So hopefully we'll cover 3 different ideas so you can have an idea and start thinking ahead of the shows about which ones, what you want or what you're going for. But I would go for the whole set because these are going to be absolute essentials to have in your craft room. They're going to be the kind of thing that when you need them there and then. You know, I was watching Sarah was doing some demonstrations with them. I'm just going to move my iPad before I knock it flying. Hi people. If you've got any questions, by the way, email in because I will try and scroll down and we'll maybe give a card away. Should we give a card away? I think we should give a card away. I'm getting nods, so we're going to be giving a card away. That's a good idea, isn't it? Okay, so the first thing I want to do is show you how we would cut these very simply. So I've got my 8 and my 1. So just like any standard die, we're just going to pop these down. I've got a wee bit of my low-tack tape. Oh, look, I put it there. Put it safe, and I'm using the Centura Pearl Metallics cardstock, which you will find on our website, and I'm pretty sure I've got it on the shows on Monday as well, if you're just getting ahead and getting your shopping list done. So, thin metal die cutting, you're going to use your clear plate, you're going to use your opaque, we're going to use our magnetic, and then another clear cutting plate. I'm just going to move my bits off there, there we go. And then just run them through your machine. And that's as hard as it needs to get. And then of course you can do what you want with them. If you want to ink them, if you want to go through and run them through your embossing folders maybe, and add some texture onto them, you absolutely can. So, let me just show you these. Of course they're cut beautifully. So there is the 1, and here, if I can pick it up, is the 8. And what I like about the 8 is you also get those little central bits as well. So if you're using the stencil and you just want the centres of your numbers to make them stand out, you've got those there, and they're there and ready. So there's the 8 and the 1. I will just take this away and pop those back on there for now. Okay. But you can see how easily those apertures are to create. They're going to make fantastic apertures. And this is what I mean about the 8. So you could actually stick that bit back in the 8 like there to make a card, which would be nice and easy to do. Right, okay, let's pop those to one side for now. And we'll move to the card now. Look at me being organised and writing my measurements on here. So this is an A4 piece of card, and all I've done is I've cut it to 19 centimetres. So 19 centimetres wide and the full length of an A4 piece of card. And then what I've done is I've scored it at 5 centimetres, 10, and made that into a hill, a mountain. That's the word I was searching for. And then I've scored it at 25 and 25 and a half, and that is just going to create the flap which goes there. So what we're going to do is to join the front of our mountain to the front of the card just there. So, but what we are going to do is fold it the other way so I'm not having to see all my pencil marks on it. So just fold that way and fold that. Oh, isn't that typical? I wrote the marks on the other side. Let's see. You know, alternatively, what I can do is just rub them out, because that might just be easier. It's a good thing I only wrote these in pencil and didn't write them in pen, isn't it? There we go. Best laid plans of mice and men. I was so keen that I wasn't going to forget the measurements that I thought, no, I'll just write them on the card, because that way I won't forget. There we go. Done. Magic. There we go. All done. Okay, so what I've done, so if we take the one, what you'll see that I've done is I've cut it out once in white card, and I'm just going to stick that there so you can see it. So I've cut it out once in white card, and I've cut it out once in the Centura Pearl. And what we're going to do is we're going to mat them over like that, so there's a little shadow. What I've also done, if I use this one, can you see I've just run that through an embossing folder, which just gives me some texture on that card. So I've already gone ahead and matted and layered the 8. So to make sure that I've got that in the right place, I'm just going to put it up and to the side, just there. So my matting and layering is about the same if it was a drop shadow. So we'll just grab my collal glue, and this is a nice thing about these, is they're nice quick cards, but because you've got that really impactful size of the numbers, they look stunning. They really, really do. So let me just grab that away. There we go. So again, all I'm going to do is just squirt a bit of collal, and I'm using collal this time round because I want a bit of wiggle room. And of course the other thing about the collal, if it squirts out a wee bit like it's done here, you can rub it away with your fingers. Let me show you what I mean. So I've got a little bit just here, so instead of going, oh, that's all wrecked, look, if you rub it quickly with your fingers, what it will do is just ball up, and then you can flick it away, so you don't wreck your card just because you've got a little smudge of glue on it. It's such a good glue for that kind of thing, especially if you're less than neat, which is the way I like to craft. So there we are, I've got the 18. So we go back to my card, and you can see what I've got here is just some beautiful papers. This could be any of your 12 by 12 pads, which I've just matted and layered onto that Centura Pearl again. And again, we're just going to use some collal to stick that in place. And again, with the collal, the all-purpose glue, what happens when you do that is when the card dries, it's just going to dry a little bit stronger. So that is the back of my card. This is going to be the base of my card, and this is going to be the top. So because I don't want these squidging around, what I'm going to do is use my tape runner, which I put somewhere safe. Okay, so I'm going to use my tape runner for this bit, just so that you can see it, and I'll be able to pick it up and show you. At home, would I use my wet glue? Possibly. It's possible I would, only because I'd be able to give it time to dry. So again, I'm just going to decorate the front. So this first score was 5 centimeters from the bottom to the top, so I've cut my Centura Pearl is at 4.5, so just a wee bit smaller, and then my other one is 4, so 4, 4.5 and 5, and just getting incrementally smaller. And again, I'm going to do the same just on the top here. So even if you're just using these as very, very simple dies, simple numbers, you can make a really, hopefully, a really different, standout kind of card. And the nice thing about numbers is, you know, you can use these for men, women, young, old, whatever you fancy. I just think they're one of those things that you kind of just need to have in your craft stash. So let me hold this here so I can show you. So that is essentially going to be the base of my card that you've just seen me make. So now it's how do we join them together, and how we're going to join them together is we're going to use the numbers to join the front of the card together like so. So again, I'm going to use my tape pen for this for now, so that I can hold this up and show you. So a little bit on the top of the one and a little bit on the base of the one. You don't want anything, so I put some tape runner there, left that bit plain because you don't want the card sticking together. Close the card and then just position this where you want it and give it a rub, because in essence those numbers is going to be what's holding that card closed. And I'm just going to have that 18 just over there, and then we're going to put a couple of floral elements. Do you know, actually, I wonder if I dare I? Oh. This is where I actually sit there and think, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Let's see if I can get away without ripping the paper underneath. I'm doing this so carefully. Yes, for you. Make a decision where you want it first. The lesson from that is don't do what I did. Make a decision about where you want it first and then stick it down. Don't decide to reorganise it halfway through, because that's never the best thing to do. But it just goes to show, until you've rubbed that down really hard, you might just be able very quickly to re-manoeuvre that. Or if you're not sure, use your wet glue, which would give you a little bit more positioning. So there we are. There's the 18. And then what I've got is I've just got a couple of floral bits and pieces which I'm going to pop on just to decorate it. And in fact, I'm going to decorate my numbers, I think, and do it like that. So you can then, I've got my swirls all caught up. Oh, there we go. So I'm just going to have, or am I going to stick it there? No, I am definitely going to stick it on there because I think it looks pretty. Okay, quick glue gun. So what we're going to do is just, if you're wondering about these flowers, these come from one of the subscription boxes. I think it was subscription box number 4. And again, I've just used white card and the Centura Pearl just to stick that on. So I'm just going to stick a wee bit on there and tuck that underneath, just there. And maybe, yeah, I think I'm going to have that going down the whole of the one, so just in there. So again, I'm just going to lift that up and put a little oodle of glue just under there. This is the fun of having all the different glues, that you can choose the one which works best for you and for your project and whatever time you have available. I just don't want that much of a stalk, so I've just pulled that bit off with my fingers. So there's the one. I'm going to stick the other number in the 18, just in the centre. So this is a really pretty little card, which is very nice. I'll stick that back in there. Or shall I? No, I'm not. I'm going to have it down at the side here. There we are. So that is going to sit down there. And we'll just, shall we dress up? Whee! Oh, decisions. I think I am going to stick that in the centre of my, it looks like a bow tie to me there, or a really pretty dress. There we go. So then, if I then turn this round and show you, can you see that the front of the card, that mountain fold that we've got, is what's enabling the card to stand upright, and then you've just got, it's so pretty, so easy to do. I like that. I think that's rather a different card. Good. Hopefully other people are liking it too. Let's have a quick look at the iPad, and then we will get on and have another look at some of the concepts and maybe do another demonstration. Right, okay, bear with me while I have a look. So hi to everybody. Hi Kimberly. Hi from the Netherlands. Wow, and Aberdeen. Kirsten, you saw them on HSN. Yeah, Tara did them. Weren't they fabulous, weren't they? Oh, and Sandy's there. Hi. Loving them. I'm glad you're loving them. Thank you. Stunning. I wish these lives were later in the day so I could watch instead of recording them. I'm sorry, Evelyn. We do try and do a variety of them. Some of them are later in the evening at 6. It just depends where they fall in terms of time. Hi, Leah. Let's have a look. Some people are saying good morning. Yes, good morning for wherever you are. It's afternoon here. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon in the UK. What size are these, please? Anne said. Okay, Anne, that's a really good question. I'll say, so size of the dies. So if we take this one, for example, they're all about roughly the same. So the size of the dies, if you're in the USA, they are, this one is 2.7 by 4 inches, so 2.7 wide by 4 inches high. If you're in the UK, that is 9.9. That is, 6.8 by 10.1 centimetres. So about 4 inches high if you're in the USA, about 10 centimetres high, just over if you're in the UK or you use metric. So, Anne, I hope that's answered your question. Fingers crossed. So, so nice to see you. It's nice to see everyone. Thank you for the card. Okay, I'm just watching. So how do you use the layers? How do you do the layers using numbers? Right. That's the bit we're going to get onto next. So that's a really good question. Hold that thought because we're going to be doing that next. Okay. Let's move. Do you know what? I think I'm going to move straight to this. And then what we'll do is we'll have a look at some more of the beautiful colours because the samples are exquisite. Absolutely stunning. Wow. And do you know the thing that I love, and I've said this before, when we can do them in black and white, they work really, really well. So you'll see what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using the 7 and the 0 this time. So I'm going to grab my 0 and I'm going to grab my number 7 and pop these ones to one side. And we'll get on and we'll show you how you use this fabulous stencil. Okay. So the numbers that you've seen me cut out are cut out in exactly the same way. So let me just pull my stencil free and my number free. And again, remember in the packaging, don't throw your packaging away because all of the instructions, whether you're using single numbers, die cutting or using multiple numbers, are all in the packaging. So keep that somewhere safe. So we're going to use 0 and we're going to use the 0 of the mat as well. Okay, good. Ready to go. So you saw me cut the numbers in the last one. So again, that's exactly what I've done there. So I've cut my number 7 and I have cut my 0 just there. So I won't cut those again because you've seen me do that already. But we'll put those to one side. So this one is going to be all about how we use these beautiful mats. So the first thing we're going to do is, I wonder if I've got the card there that I can show you. No, I'll show you the card. So the first thing I want to do is I want to create a shaped card. So here we go. I want to create a shaped card. So what I've got is a piece of A4 card which I've just folded in half. You see, just to make a 10-fold card. So now I'm going to bring on my stencils. Now, to make my basic card, I want it to stay joined, so you'll be able to see I'm just overlapping it slightly at the top just there. And I just want to make that as wide as I possibly can, so that's about fine. Now, tape is your friend here because it enables you to hold these in place just like that, and you're going to need a pencil. So what you're going to do when you've got it like that is just use your pencil to draw around the outside. So this one I'm using my largest edge, if you like, my largest matting and layering edge, just to draw around the outside of my stencil. And they're a nice sturdy stencil, so you'll be able to use these again and again and again. I just want a little bit there. Okay, so when you've got it like that, just pick that up and we'll pop that to one side. So you can see there I've got my basic card. So what you can do at this stage is just take your scissors, and I'm going to cut through 2 layers of card at the same time. Just take your scissors and just cut round. Now, when you're cutting like this, you can use your craft knife or you can use your scissors. The top tip when you're using scissors, and remember these scissors are fantastic because they're going to cut right to the end, is keep your scissors still and turn your card. You're going to get a much better a much better, neater cut if you do that. So again, they're going to cut right in, and you turn your card, and then we're going to cut this one just there. And again, so again, these scissors are nice and robust. 2 layers of card, construction card, are not a problem for them at all. And then just line it up on your pencil line. Keep turning your card rather than your scissors, and you will get a much smoother cut. And if you can, watch where you're going rather than where you've been, you'll get a much smoother outline to your finished card. So there we go. And I know I'm doing this a bit more slowly, but I just wanted you to see what I was doing. So again, we're just going to turn this round and turn that in and come in. If you prefer using craft knives, then do by all means use your craft knife. That lovely little swivel knife that we have with the swivel head is great for going around curves, and use that with your self-healing mat. So there we are, that's it. So there is my base card, which is ready to receive. So that's the first one, how to make your base card, and you can see that's going to stand perfectly back and front. Then what we're going to do is I want to do my next layer. So you'll see, I'm just going to pop these back on to make sure I've got them in the right place and make sure they're stuck on. So I'm just bringing that in and lining that up, making sure I've got it in the same position as I had it. Just stick that bit down just there, and then that means when I then put this on my pattern card just there, the next line I'm going to draw around, so I've drawn around that outside line first. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm just marking in pencil. Can you see where these really handy grooves are? So all I'm doing is just marking in pencil where they are. So I'm just staying with the same layer all the way round. There we go. And this is the thing, they are simplicity itself to use. They really are. So again, all the way down there, down there, down there. So just mark all these lines, because these are going to be your cut lines for doing it, and it just makes the whole process of getting the perfect matten layer so quick and easy, and it leaves you in control. So then we would take this off just here, and hopefully you'll be able to see that you've got a really easy to follow outline to cut that out. And when you cut that out, I am going to fast forward because you've just seen me cut the card out. Can you see? There we go. I've got my 70, which is cut out, so that's my 70 layer. Now, if you want your next matten layer, so let's say now we just want a matten layer for the numbers. So I just want to matten layer, let's say the number 7. There we go. So my matten layer for number 7, I am going to hold this down with tape just so that I don't move it anywhere. There we go. I'm just going to tape that into the center there. Okay, so I've used the outside layer for my card. That second layer I have used for the first mat. So my third layer, I'm just going to go round these ones. So this is actually going to be one of my number layers. And again, I'm using pencil. It does mean if I need to, I can go in and rub it away, but so easy to do this. It just makes the whole thing so simple to do. And you know, the lovely thing about that is if you're doing it with youngsters in the family, you can definitely get them involved in a lot of the stages of the development just here. So there you go. I'm just going to move my piece of tape because I want to get into that mat. So let me just, because that's pretty much held now. You don't have to use tape. That's just me being ultra cautious because we know how fingers and thumbs I can be otherwise. So again, there we go. There is my outline. And again, what I've done, can you see? So there's my outline. You can see really easy to follow. Let me just do this so quick because I mean, they really are super easy to do. And remember again, turn your card rather than your scissors. So try and keep your scissors still and just turn your card, and you will find you get a much smoother outline. And if your scissors are not at their best, or it's been a long time since you replaced them, do have a look at these scissors on the website. They are non-stick. They are Japanese blades in these. They are so ergonomic and easy to use, and they cut right to the point, and that makes them so good. I'm not getting any fraying. I'm just getting a nice, neat, clean cut all the way through. Now, if I bring that round, let's say I want to bring that round, look at this, I can go right the way to the point and know that they're going to cut all the way down that blade, which is just fantastic. So again, just going down here, but look how easy this makes it, and it makes it so easy. You know, whether you've got a die cutting machine or you've not, this just means that you are in control of so much. So there, look, there's the 7. If I overlaid this on this map that you saw cut there, can you see? That just works so well, doesn't it? And then if we then take the 7, that is going to sit in the centre there. So let's put this card together, shall we? Okie dokie. So let me just move my bits and pieces, and then I think we will look at the new numbers and die stencils, because they are super easy to use, and we'll have a look at a few more samples. Doing well, doing well. So here we go. Here's my card that you saw me cut. Here is my first mat. So this is going to pop on. Again, I'm using collal this time around, just going to give me a wee bit of wiggle room as we go through. So that is going to sit on there like that. And you know, you could be making these in whatever colour you fancy. This is the nice thing about this. So I'm then going to pop this. I'm going to do this one flat. Shall we? I'll tell you what. Shall we send this one out to whoever is the lucky winner? I think we'll send this. We'll do this one out. Hopefully, we've still got some people watching, so that will be good. So leave me a comment. It's worth leaving me a comment, even if it's just a hello and a heart, so that your name is in the draw. That would be really handy. So again, just going to finish that off with some really pretty card. That is going to sit just in the center. Look how well this comes together. They are just fabulous, fabulous cards to use. And then I have got my 0, which is going to go in there. I'll tell you what, funnily enough, these came at a perfect time for me, because this year is my 19th wedding anniversary, and 19 is bronze. So I was sitting there thinking, need to do a card, and to be honest, the brain had gone into meltdown. I was sitting there thinking, well, I don't know, what am I going to do for a 19th? And I suddenly thought, I'm going to use that beautiful Centura Pearl Metallic card and choose one of the bronzy ones and actually do that. So I'm going to do a bronze using the Centura Pearl 19 with an anniversary for my 19th anniversary card, because I think that's going to look pretty good. So where am I going to put that one? I think I'm going to put that one in the centre. So here we go, and we'll just put a couple of little flowers just at the side there as well, and hopefully you will agree that that is a really pretty quick little card to do. There we go. Just stick that glue stick in, and 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think so. I think I might pop that one there, just there. But you know, how you position them, what you do them in, whatever it is going to look great. Now look at that. I think that is a really quick and easy to do. So shall we have a look at a few more samples again and see the different kinds of things that you can be doing, and then we'll have a look at some comments, and we may just have time to squeeze in another demonstration if I'm quick. So let me grab some more of these samples. Whoa. Right, so there's the card. That's the one that we'll send out to whoever's choosing. Hopefully the 70 is an appropriate one, or you've got a 70th birthday from someone else that you can have it. So look at this. Love this again. So there's those mats and layers being used to make this fabulous easel card for somebody who's 6 years old. But look at this one in the craft card. Now, that is made in exactly the same way as you've just seen me use that 70th birthday card. So again, using the mats and layers, think that is phenomenal. Also love this one. Look at this for a sweet 16. So you've got the one there just overhanging, and you've got the 16, but because you've got that stencil, the inside of the card works perfectly as well. Again, fantastic shaker card. Looks amazing. Now, I love this. This is one of, I'm sure this is one of our Sandra's. You can just look at that. Isn't that fantastic? So she's got the 25. She's got that lovely Centura pearl, which she's done with our leather. That's our leather stud folder, I'm pretty sure. And it just looks amazing. That would be great. But again, maybe you're just going to do something really simple for a sweet 16, or perhaps it's a little one in the family who is 3. I love this. And again, just shaping the front of the card, and then look at this again, 37. Happy 37th birthday. How fab does that look as an easel card? I think these are just sensational. I love every single one of them. So shall we have a quick look at the comments? I think so. So let me find out where on earth I have put my iPad this time round. Oh, do you know, when you pick up your iPad and you actually decide that actually the thing you want to do is you want to press, there we go, come back again. Come back, come back. I don't want you, I want you. Yay, there we go. Hopefully, I should get the comments up now. Hey, oh, Johnny, my comments have disappeared. Why have my comments disappeared? That's not good, is it? Let me have a look at this again and see if I can find the comments. I might just hand this out to Johnny and say, Johnny, come and find me the oh, I found them. I found them. There you go. Just keep hitting it. I'm sure that's not the technical way to solve it, but it's the version of switch it on and switch it off again. So let's have a look. So, busy gal, yes, I am indeed. You love them. I'm so pleased you're loving them. I agree with you, Tracy. These are super, super useful dies. They are some of those ones that you will go to in your craft room the whole time. Have a look on Crafters Companion's website, whether it's the US site or the new USA site. Remember, today is International Women's Day, and if you have a look on the website today, whether you're in the US or you're in the UK, there's also that lovely bonus of 10% off. So if you're watching this on the 8th of March, have a look on the website, because there is that little thank you in there. You may also be able to have a look, and there's a survey. If you look for a Fiona's faves, there's also a survey in there that you might want to do too, and that will also give you a little thank you money off voucher to use on your purchases. So let me have a look now. So we've got people from all over the world. Oh, Candy, extra special, it's your birthday. That's great. You never know, maybe you'll be lucky. Let's just scroll back and see if I've missed any questions. Haven't tried a shaker card. Jane, I'm going to do that just in a second for you. So they are really useful. Can I show the actual dies? Yes, I absolutely can, and we will do that just now. So I will show you. So you've got the dies here, and you've got the, so you get the number and you get the template, and you're going to get inside, you're going to get the instructions, and you're going to get, they're about 4 inches, about 10 centimeters, and you're getting all of the numbers. Now, whilst I get ready for my third demonstration, why don't you guys just watch a little video that we've got, which will tell you a little bit more about Crafters Companion.
It's just so hard to believe that all of this, Crafters Companion, all just started as a dream I had back in my university bedroom. And now if you look, our crafting tools and materials are known and loved by hundreds of thousands of crafters all over the world. I was inspired by card makers at first because papercraft was just becoming huge in the UK, and all these people made beautiful handmade cards but just didn't have envelopes to put them in. Now my dad, who's an engineer, worked with me to invent a tool which would enable you to make envelopes in any different size. The enveloper was born. Problem solved. Product innovation has remained at the heart of our family business ever since, whether that's inventing tools or demystifying the art of colouring so that everybody can become an artist. And we've truly revolutionised the industry with our innovative crafting machines. I am so proud of our heritage in the northeast of England, especially because we design and manufacture so many of our products in-house, both here and in the US. Having that control over quality is so important to me. Crafter's Companion gives you access to an entire craft shop. We've done the hard work for you so that you can be inspired to do your best creating every single day.
Okay, and we are back. Wow. Okay, right, so we have used the numbers on their own to create a false front. We've used them with the mats and layers. This time we're going to use the dies, and we're going to use the number 1 here to create an aperture die. So I have got, again, a piece of that gorgeous Centura pearl. This is from the Trends collection. I just love that. And we're going to use the number 1 to cut an aperture, which is a number 1 shape, right in the centre of the die. So again, these are thin metal dies, so all you're going to do, they're going to work through your junior as well as your bigger Gemini. I don't need all that tape. Let me just get a tiny, isn't it always the way? I just want a tiny piece of tape just to anchor that in place. I'm being terribly frugal with my tape at the moment. I don't know why. I think it's just habit. From wanting to get the most out of it. So I've got the die taped in there, and I've got my thin metal die combination, which is just my plastic, and I've got my magnetic, and I've got my other cutting plate, and we are just going to run that through there. Good, 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 good. So, oh, I can't remember the lady's name who wants to make a shaker card for her grandchild. Keep watching, and we will... Hopefully you'll be able to see it. Even if I'm being silly and can't remember your name, you will know who you are. So keep the 1. You can use that for another card. So we can use that on another card. So just keep that somewhere in your stash. And then you can see what I've got here is I have got a 1, which is a perfect shape, cut out. So I'm going to fast forward and move to this bit. So the only thing I've done here is that I've then taken that card, you can see, and I've just run it through one of our embossing folders, and I've chosen the bubbles one, which is just really pretty and really fun. So that's the front of my card. Now this is where the magic happens. Let me explain what I've done here. Here you've got some acetate, you'll find out on the website, and here I've used some shaker foam in a roll, and you'll see I've done an H which completely encloses this metal bit, and I've got some 3D foam tape there. So this is a super quick card, so hopefully we'll have time to look at the black and white ones and have a look at your comments afterwards. So again, mat and layer, piece of silver mirror card, and I've just got a piece of plain white card which I've embossed with an embossing folder. So that is going to sit on the front of my 6x6 card, just there. Now, unless you are cleverer than I, what I would suggest you do when it comes to filling your shaker cards is just put a little pile of, I've got sequins in this occasion. I find that sequins and little gems have less static with them. So I've just poured that, as you can see, into the center of my card. So then what I do, because I find it easier, is then I take my tape off and put my card over the top. So it just makes it easier than trying to juggle, quite honestly. So all I'm doing now is just taking the tape off. What you want in that center panel, if you've not made a shaker card before, is you want to make sure you've got like an enclosed box just here, because that's what's going to keep all your beautiful sequins or glitter, or rice works really well. Or I'll tell you what else, if you like doing any of your techniques and you've used any of the rock salt, which you've then used colours to make your background, that works well as well. So now I'm just going to line this up, and that's about right, and then pop that down. So now, there we go. Can you see? So those little gems and pearls are all caught in the centre of that card, and they're not going to shake out. They're just going to stay there, and they're just going to move around that central bit. So then all we need to do is just decorate it. So I'm assuming this is for a little one, so I've got a few clouds, I've got a little one, and I've got a little bow. So let's just use our hot glue gun, because it is the quickest way to get these done. We're going to pop the bow up in the corner, except what I've got in my hand is not the bow. There we are, there's the bow. I'm just going to do some little clouds scudding about all over the front of the card. So there's a little one there, just a little one maybe there. We're going to use that little one, which is one of our stamp and die sets that you'll find on the website. So that's going to sit there, and we're just going to have a few more clouds up in this top corner just here. I think you'll find the cloud dies on the website too. So that's going to sit there, and we'll maybe just have a little tiny one just there. So there we go. That is a quick, simple shaker card for a little one, and you've still got the one that you can use later for something else. Okay, so let's have another look at the black and white cards, and we'll have a quick look at the products, and then I'll go through the actual stamp and dies themselves, so we can have a final look at those. So let me just grab, what? Only one hit the floor, that's not bad. So think about using them for your boxes, and again, that's an aperture like you've just seen me make an aperture that time. Using them just to create shape on the front and the back of your cards is going to look fantastic. Or maybe you're going to do something where you just shape the front of your card using those stencils and leave the back straight. You can use them, as you've seen there. This one's been shadowed just with a little bit of black. If I hold it there, you can see a black shadow on there. That's just using the dies. Or you can start using the numbers for the birthdays, or maybe you're going to do a gatefold just like that. Or again, this is a lovely shaker card as well, just in the black and white. Oh, there we are, that one fell over. That's the one I was looking at. And there, again, that's the same process that you just saw me make the number 1 for. So, shall we have a quick look at the actual, well, the ones I haven't pulled off anyway. You are going to get all of the numbers, but I've got some here which I still to put back on their packaging. So you're going to get your 0 through till 9, and all of them are going to come like this. So you've got your number there, which is your number 6. There you've got your stencil that you saw me use in the second one. And then when you open this out, when you look at the inside, don't throw your packaging away, because you've got written instructions too. So you'll have this live, which has got some hopefully more in-depth demos, so you can see how you're going to be able to use all of those stencils. You've also got the packaging, and of course I'm going to be on your screens on Monday and Tuesday to do that as well. So should we have can I grab a couple more? I've got time to grab a few more samples as well, I'm sure. Let me just, we're going to have a look at a few more of these, because I just think they work so well, and it really seems to bring them to life. So there, again, this one for a little one is going to look fantastic. Or maybe, again, so pretty. Looks so different, that Sweet 16. But I also like, now this one is just really simple matting and layering, but doesn't that look stunning? That one's done as a 25th wedding anniversary, but that could be a coming of age card maybe. Or perhaps, again, this is a lovely Sweet 16 card, where again, as you saw me doing the first demonstration, the numbers have actually been used to join the back and the front together as well. I just think these are stunning, and I think whatever you choose to do with them, whether you're making boxes, whether you're doing new home numbers, whether you are doing cards, which maybe they're going to be your New Year party, maybe you're going to have a big celebration, whatever they happen to be, you're going to be able to do them. Right, I have made the most incredible mess, and if I can find my, there we go. We're going to have a look. I'm going to have a quick look at the comments, and then we're going to pick a winner. So let's have a look. Yeah, they are cute. They're really, thank you. I think the samples, I think our design team have done an amazing job. So what we're going to do is, some of you have already ordered them. That's fantastic. Oh, missed how you outlined the numbers. Okay, Hannah, have a look. This will stay on. Have a look at the second demonstration I did at about 1/2 the hour. You'll be able to see them there. Okay, right. What I'm going to do is, hopefully you can see, I've got all of your comments there. There we go. And I am going to just pick a number. There we go. Julie Boyd from Sheffield. Julie, well done. You're going to get the 70th birthday card. Now, Julie, what you need to do is you need to email your postal address, your full postal address, to prizes@crafterscompanion.co.com. So that's prizes@crafterscompanion.com. And we will get, when I found it, we will get that beautiful card out to you, that one with the 70 on, which I have put somewhere so safe. Right. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed the 2 lives today. I particularly hope you've enjoyed this one. I really hope you can join me on Monday on Create and Craft, and I will be there at 9 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock on Monday, I think. I will post the show times. Join me and we'll do more demonstrations, have a look at even more samples. I've got a whole heap of samples that I've not even shown you yet, so I look forward to seeing you then. So take care, have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.